Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time, thank you so much for tuning in today, and if this is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back. On today's video, I'm going to be telling you things I wish I knew before making French curl braids. Yeah, assuming I knew, there are a lot of things I would have done differently, so I want to let you in on the gist, and I'm going to be doing that while I'm taking out my braids. So get yourself a pen and a paper and jot things down. Okay, so first things first, this hair is it's almost a month old because I made it on the 21st of December and today is the 16th, so it's almost a month old. I feel like the curls, they would have looked way better if I was the type of person that every morning or every other day I'm coming out and doing the whole maintenance routine thing. Which brings me to this point: if you are a low maintenance hair type of person, don't do it. It looks pretty when it's new and everything, but obviously if something is not maintained how it is supposed to be maintained, eventually it will start looking very jabbly jab. It will start looking very somehow. When I went to let me not cut my real hair. Jesus. Did I cut it? Okay. I went to market the other day. As I was passing, someone was like, you know how if you're in market, they'll be like, fine girl, your hair, that kind of thing. Me, what they are telling me is, fine girl, do you want to lose your hair? And I was like, like, okay, it's fine, I understand, I get it, it's time for this thing to go. So there are a bunch of things I wish I knew before going to make these French curl braids, and I think the most important one for me is the fact that this thing is heavy. I feel like nobody talks about it. Why does nobody talk about it? Why does nobody talk about how heavy this thing is? It's heavy, oh. And considering the fact that it's Fulani braids I made. As when I made box braids, how would it now be? Box braids would mean more strands, like more volume and everything. So how would it have been? This hair has suffered, man. This hair has suffered, like, oh my god. If I'm going to make French curl braids again, one thing I'm not going to do is, you see this thing in front, I'm not going to do it because it made it so hard for me to like hide the fact that curls are looking matted. So I mentioned before that if you're a low maintenance hair type of person, don't do French curl braids. It's stressful, I can't even lie. Just for you to know what the maintenance of French curl braids is supposed to be like, I'm going to show you. First of all, it's advised to section it. Obviously you can't take so much at once so that you actually be able to get through the tangles and stuff. I think this is a fairly good section. You're supposed to separate each strand, and you're not meant to do it roughly. Like, let's say this was a case where it was very tangled together, you're not supposed to start trying to tear it apart. Like, just do it gently as possible, because eventually you'll see that they would separate. And when you're sure everything is separated, you're supposed to use a comb, or they said a tangle remover. That's what they called it. I have like, this is what I shall have. And you're supposed to comb out whatever tangling thing. Like, you're supposed to do it on a surface as opposed to just standing and doing like this. You get? You're supposed to do it on a surface, like remove the tangles gradually as you're going down. So when you're done doing all of that, some people, they spray that part with water, but there was a lady I watched, she used only leave-in conditioner and it worked just fine for her. This thing here, you're supposed to do it like every other day, or at least, like at the very least, once a week. But me, I did this thing one day. I've had this hair for a month, mind you, and I did this thing only one day. This is the second day I'm doing this. Something that I was supposed to do every other day. Can you imagine? You're supposed to use a flexi rod. You wrap the part that you just applied conditioner on, you wrap it around this flexi rod and leave it like that for at least 5 hours. More advisable to be left overnight, so that by the time you wake up in the morning, you're gonna have your bouncy curls. So yeah, you wrap this in a way that to stay, you know, so that in the morning when you losing it, it will actually be really bouncy. When you've done all that for each section, you put it under your bonnet and sleep, because if you sleep with it like this, obviously with the whole rolling and all, it will loosen. I'm supposed to be using something else to loosen this hair, but I don't have strength. And this pencil was the closest thing to me with a sharp mouth, a bit tipped mouth, so that's what I'm going to use. Another thing I would have done differently with French curl braids is that I wouldn't have left it in for as long as I did, to be honest. The next time I make French curl braids, it will probably be something I'll take out in like 2 weeks tops, because like I said, I'm not the type of person that would wake up every day and do all of that. Like, I don't have that energy. I can't be cool. Another thing, I don't know if people know this, because it's as if a different thing is being portrayed online. Well, I won't say portrayed, because people that are portraying it are actually doing it like that. If you get the pack of French curl braids, that's what you're doing to make your hair from the roots to the tip. That was a misconception I had, which was one of the reasons I was actually always avoiding French curl braids. If you don't have the money to buy French curl extensions that will be enough for every part of your hair, especially if you're doing box braids, they should plait it with normal attachments. Then at the end, they will attach the French curl extensions. I genuinely didn't know it could be done that way until I went to my hairdresser. She was telling me like, no, that's how it's done now. At least was that not on the high side of the tax bracket yet. If you're like me and your budget isn't crazy, that's what you should do. This hair is rough, oh my god. But if your braids aren't getting rough, just means your hair is not growing. So obviously I'm going to cut these long ones. I don't know, like, big ups to people that don't cut it and like start losing it from the tips. I think those are people that usually want to reuse the attachments. Yeah, I can't. I'm not going to cut these ones yet. I'm going to wait till I'm done losing it, so I'll show you guys what it looks like when we remove the flexi rod. Obviously, it won't be up to 5 hours, but you're going to notice a significant difference. So about reusability of French curls, yeah. Some people actually reuse it. Some people don't use it once. But personally, I've never been the type of person that reuses braids. I've not reused any attachments ever. I just don't see the point in reusing attachment, because most times whatever color I used for attachment, it will not even be the color I want to use for the next hair. That's like number one. And even if I were to do that, I just feel like it will not give me this feeling of new braid. But there are so many other people who reuse French curl extensions, and I see how that would work well for them, because if you're the type of person that will maintain the extensions very well, then definitely they should stay looking fresh and bouncy for a next use. The next hairstyle I want to make is going to be NYSC camp friendly. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully, oh, by God's grace, because it's not if I've seen color letter yet, but hopefully I should be in NYC camp next week. And if they release color letters and they don't release my own, life goes on. I will cry, but life goes on. I know it's not the end of the world, but like, I am tired of being at home, and I'm not even been at home for that long, because I got back in November. I just want to leave, okay? I just feel like I'm very stagnant right now. I want to get out. I really wish I'll get my color letter and I'll go to camp. I've already bought things, like I already bought things, actually, the things I need for camp. I can't wait. I'm counting out the days. And some people might think I'm crazy, like, why are you saying you can't wait for NYSC that is suffering? If you're thinking like that, then you don't know me, oh. You don't know me, oh. See, I used to romanticize everything, especially for new experiences. And it's just 3 weeks, bro. It's not as if I want to spend the whole of my life in camp. So I'm looking forward to it, to be very honest. I don't think I would ever be the kind of person that would try to elude such an experience, like try to maneuver my way out of camp so that I will not like suffer. You get? But everybody has their reasons, and me, I have my own reason for wanting to be there. I just feel like it will be very impactful. I don't know. It has to be impactful. There's no way I'll go somewhere for 3 weeks. It must have some kind of impact on me, and hopefully it will be a positive impact. It's the way I literally went off track. I was talking about the next hairstyle I want to make is camp friendly. I wanted to see what the hairstyle was, and I did not even. How did I get? Like, how did we get to this point? Anywho, the hairstyle I want to make next, like I said, is camp friendly. And by camp friendly, I mean, I don't know how the camp that I'm going to find myself in, I don't know what their rules are like, whether they allow long hair or colored hair or any of that extra stuff. And I'm not about to take any chances, I swear, because I genuinely don't have strength to go back and forth with anybody. So I just want to make cornrows, and I don't even want it to be long. Like, apart from the fact that I don't have strength for back and forth, I just feel like there's going to be a lot of activity going on. So I don't want to go and be carrying long braids up and down. Do you get? So I want to do this barrel thing at the tips. I just realized right now that there's literally no need to keep this thing uncut, because it's not as I want to cut the curls itself. So I'm going to cut it away, and whenever we are done making hair, I'll now show you how the curls will come out. I always wanted a brother just like you. What did you say about my brother? Please stay away from my brother, cause I say so. Since this has turned to a yapping session, let me continue yapping. Let's talk about music. Oh my god, music I've been consuming lately. I like this babe Doechii so much. She's good. She is really good. My favorite song of hers is Denial is a River, and I can see it gradually getting the recognition it deserves. If you have not listened to it, go and listen to it. My favorite part in that song is Oopsie, the Oopsie, $100,000 oops, maybe loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Let me listen to this thing. Let's play it.
I thought it was all over.
What's up, Doechii? Hey, girl.
Remember old dude from 2019? Nice clean nigga, did me dirty at the laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wife. I was so confused, what should Doechii do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue.
I opened up the messages and had to hit the Zoom.
Turns out the girl was really a dude. Wristwatch, drip drops, labels on the TikToks. Now I'm making TikTok music, what the fuck? I need a cleanse, need a detox, but we ain't got time to stop. The charts need us. Honestly, I can't even fucking cap no more. This is a really dark time for me. I'm going through a lot.
By a lot, you mean drugs?
I wouldn't.
Drugs? No.
And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all. I whoopsie, made a oopsie, $100,000 oops, made me loopy. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. Don't wanna have to turn a nigga guts in the zoopy.
I just remember something I forgot to mention about these French curls. Make sure they knot it like this for you, okay? Can you see it? Make sure they add this little knot, even if the person is stubborn. Kwechiri, do strong head, they must add this knot for you. If they don't knot it, it will come apart and it will just start losing and you'll just be very angry. I don't know how exactly they achieve this, but hairdressers should know now. If they take a part out, they'll start wrap it around and they'll burn it a little. I don't know if you can see the little burn here. They'll burn it a little with lighter or whatever, so that it will stay put. Because if you don't do that, it will definitely come apart. Like, there's no two ways about it. You guys, it's currently some minutes after 6 and I'm done. This thing took longer than usual because obviously I was filming, and also because I was doing some hair takedown transition videos, so I had to like stop at different points to, you know, fill in the gaps. But yeah, we are done. Oh my god. Now it is time to check out how our curls turned out. So since I started around 2 and this 6, let's say 4 hours, or at the very least 3 hours, and let's see how this actually turns out. Let's see how my maintenance skills are. Hey, why is it okay? What do you think? I don't know. I think it's better than it was before. Obviously it's better than the straight whatever it was, but then not much really changed. This thing, I feel like it went through a lot, so I don't know. Isha went through a lot because it wasn't being maintained like this frequently. I hope you learned 1 or 2 things about French curl braids before you go and make them. It's you that will now decide, are you the maintenance type of person, or are you not that type of person? Will you stick with something like you just wake up and do pat 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 and be going, or do you like to calm down and be meticulous about everything? You decide. So yeah, with that, we've come to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.